Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Great article here from Yahoo Finance. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys may check it out. So, more bad news for Verizon. Verizon reports $5.8 billion write-down or write-off in business services division due to market challenges. So, let's call it what it is. You know, from the wireline perspective, people don't use home phones anymore. Everybody's transitioning to wireless. So to see this happening is really no surprise, but it still signals bad news for Verizon because, you know, almost $6 billion that's not a small amount of money. That's a lot of money that they have to write off. So how do they maneuver that business moving forward? Is this potentially a sign that, hey, Verizon, and this goes for everyone, right? This is AT&T struggles in that business now, and I'm sure other companies as well. So is this something that Verizon may potentially have to get out of and sell that unit off or close it out altogether? I mean, $6 billion, close to $6 billion, right? That's going to add up. If you have, let's say next year or this year, right, another $6 billion write-off, that's $12 billion. Then you go $6 billion more. I mean, you catch my drift. So this is a business that just might not be sustainable for Verizon. So we'll briefly read here. Verizon disclosed a substantial $5.8 billion write-down in the value of its business services division, reflecting challenges in its enterprise operations. This non-cash goodwill impairment charge, reported in a recent filing, is attributed to ongoing declines and pressures from competition and macroeconomic factors, leaving the business unit with a balance of $1.7 billion at the end of 2023. Again, it's a struggling business. Verizon already has problems with growth, and they really need to grow more. So they're using price levers now to really grow the service revenue and finances. So it really shows now that this may be a business that they have to get out of. The write-down is primarily linked to Verizon's legacy wireline operations, which provide fixed line communication services to businesses. Again, nobody's using that no more. Nobody's picking up a home phone to make calls and receive calls. Now, there are still some businesses that do use this, right? If you go into a Walmart, perhaps an Albertsons, they still have phones at the customer service desks. That still uses wireline, I assume. But at grand scale, if you're talking small business, if you're talking some bigger businesses, you're talking consumer. They don't use the home phone no more. This segment has experienced a significant decrease in demand, overshadowed by the growth of the company's mobile business services. So again, mobile is the way to go. So it's a declining revenue. I mean, you see it all here. So I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So, they might have to cut ties with this, to be honest. Anybody that still is with the company that uses that service, just move them to a wireless service, a wireless plan. That's how I would approach this. I would say, hey, look, this half of the business still uses this actively. I can see them running up 300-400 minutes a month. So let's move them. Let's give them a wireless phone. That's what I would do. Here's a free iPhone connected to that same number, and just use that for your primary business. That's what I would do. I mean, they have to act fast. You can't just sit there and write off $6 billion every year. That's just not how that works. I mean, AT&T is struggling with this too, and AT&T will have to act on this as well. It's not just going to be Verizon and everyone else, right? Spectrum, they do a phone business too. Legacy phone business, Comcast. So it's not just Verizon. So I'm not signaling them out, but the report is here. This is a week before Verizon reports earnings. I'm sure their stock is going to be down a bit on this news. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next week when they report. I'm sure they will get asked questions on this. That's a pretty significant write-off. So I'll definitely be tuned into that earnings call. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure everyone will agree. I don't think even the fanboys should not come in and dispute this, because who still uses a home phone? You know, it's 2024. You know, get with the times. You know, people don't use legacy wireline phones anymore. I'm sure some still do, but it's still a very, 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 very small percentage today. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.